Local comedian is using humor to bring awareness and support those living with multiple sclerosis. She is hosting a fundraiser comedy. I love the name of this. It's called MSing Around. And Kellye Howard is the brains behind this operation. She's here in studio to tell us all about it. Kellye, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How did this whole event come about?
So I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2013, and so just over the last 12 years, I've been doing stand-up, but also living with multiple sclerosis and trying to figure out how to navigate both worlds. And then one day last year, I was like, you know what, I think I want to do a fundraiser, and I did one for the National MS Society and We Are Ill, and I gave money to them. And then I was like, you know, I think I want to keep doing this. And so now this is the second annual.
Good.
Yeah.
And then by next year, when you do it again, it'll be a tradition. It'll be off to the races.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You mentioned during the break that MS looks different on different individuals. What has the MS journey looked like for you?
So for me, when I was diagnosed, it was because I was getting a shocking sensation going from the top of my head all the way down to the tips of my toes when I looked down. It would just zip through me. And so I did some research and I was like, oh God, every sign is pointing towards MS. And I went to my neurologist and let her know, hey, I think this is MS. And we did some testing, and sure enough, that's what it was. So for me, it looked like that, but it also looks like migraines. It also looks like fatigue. It also looks like spasms in my legs sometimes. It really just depends.
You talk about living the urban MS experience. What do you mean by that?
You know, so thankfully we've moved to a location that has more, you know, grocery stores and more accessibility, but when you are a black and brown person living in the inner city, sometimes you don't have access to healthy foods, you don't have organic options, you may not even know what turmeric is, let alone the fact that it has all of these anti-inflammatory properties, right? It's just the education isn't there. And then too, when you go to doctors, depending on your health insurance, they're not even really listening to what you have to say when you're telling them, hey, this is what's wrong with me, I want to be tested for this. For instance, my general practitioner, when I went to her, she told me I didn't have MS. She was like, you run, it's probably a pinched nerve. And I was like, nah. It's MS. I Googled it, and everything that I've Googled came back to this symptom of MS. And so I had to beg her.
You had to be your own advocate.
I had to beg her for an MRI, yeah.
All right, let's talk about the show, Kellye. Who exactly does this show support, and what do you want our viewership to know about it? I understand there are still a couple of tickets left.
Yes, there are some tickets left, and this show supports the entire autoimmune community. I mean, if you have an autoimmune disease, this is our night. This is for us to come out in community with each other, have fun, belly laughs, right? Because autoimmune diseases look differently for everybody. It's not just multiple sclerosis. And it's all of the same common thread. It's about food, it's about diet, it's about stress levels. It's all those things that we try to share that information during the show, but also we have fun and we laugh, and all the proceeds go to a wellness day retreat that's happening
the following week, right?
Yep. And that's where we bring neurologists and urogynecologists together, and they give us information, and we join in community, we have some massages, and
very good. So that's happening the 29th, but the show itself, the comedy show itself,
is March 23rd, this Sunday at 6 p.m., and there are still tickets left. So
at the Laugh Factory.
At the Laugh Factory.
All right, how long is your set?
My set will probably be about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have some great comedians on the lineup. We have Corporate Aaron, a.k.a. Lisa Beasley. We have Felonious Monk, Arlita Hall, Hannah Beck. I feel like I'm drawing a blank, but we have so many.
Okay, so it's a good lineup.
Amazing show.
All right,
Sanchez, yeah, it's going to be a great show.
Awesome. Good luck to you. Thank you for everything you are doing.